The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, morphine, or idealism. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. There's no coming to consciousness without pain. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Through pride, we are ever deceiving ourselves. But deep down below the surface of the average conscience, a still, small voice says to us, something is out of tune. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. We know that the wildest and most moving dramas are played not in the theater, but in the hearts of ordinary men and women. The experience of the self is always a defeat for the ego. Explore daily the will of God. The difference between a good life and a bad life is how well you walk through the fire. We meet ourselves time and again in 1,000 disguises on the path of life. If you are unhappy, you are too high up in your mind. How can I be substantial if I do not cast a shadow? I must have a dark side also if I am to be whole. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. There is no such thing as a pure introvert or extrovert. Such a person would be in the lunatic asylum. Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering. If one does not understand a person, one tends to regard him as a fool. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better to take things as they come along, with patience and equanimity.